Alright, guys. Woo! We're back. And this time we're back with volume 41, bro. And again
volume
with
41.
amps. Yeah.
Amps. Lots of amps.
Lots, 4 of them in front here.
Oh, already? So fast.
Thank you, Mr. Stanley. Thanks for joining us. Pedal effects, all solid state to produce tube tone. That's very true.
Okay.
So today we are actually going to be doing a complete shootout on amplifiers.
Yeah.
But before that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
I can't really adjust my new angles today. Yeah.
Alright, so talking about this, before we even go further to that, I think we have a few announcements to make. For those of you who are watching, please do come and comment. We will definitely like to have your comments also, right?
Yeah.
So
request
request also can.
Okay.
Alright, so let's go to our announcements first. And for the first part of our announcements, we have
a lot. So today you also doing the finger work.
Okay.
Alright, so today as usual, let's start off with the chord Nautilus. And it's already available on KL and Ipoh. Whee!
Yes, come and try it out.
We had loads of fun on it.
Yes, and in fact, recently we just did a short tutorial on how to use the vocoder in it. So guys, go check that out. And also come to our showroom and check us out on the actual Nautilus itself.
If you're interested, so there's the price for it. For the 61 key will be 8,545 ringgit.
Yep.
Your finger
8,545.
Yeah. And the 73 keys will be 10,235 ringgit.
Yeah.
And the 88 keys will be 11,570 ringgit. And it's already available for purchase.
Yes,
and
yes.
It's already in both of the showrooms of Ipoh and KL.
Yeah.
So one thing that's not available in Ipoh yet, which will be the Op6, the Corp Op6, which is what is that called?
It's an altered FM synthesizer.
Yeah, a different synthesizer.
Hey Mirul, thanks for watching.
Hey. So that one will be the 3,205 ringgit for the Op6.
But before that, let's check out a video on the Nautilus
and the Op6.
And the Op6. Go.
Wow,
Alright.
that's a great video for it.
Yes, the Op 6 is really one of my favorites also. So how much was the Op 6?
Well, that will be 3,205 ringgit.
05.
Yep,
Yeah?
05, yes.
Yes.
So yeah, Op 6. Can't wait for it to come here.
Yeah.
But it's really at KL, so
Go and check it out,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
And then now moving on to guitars. Zoom with the G6.
Before that,
Mm.
yo, Azam, top fan.
Top
Thanks.
fan. I bet there's some comments coming soon.
Yeah. Woo.
Oh,
Thanks for watching, guys.
yeah, thank you.
Alright, so moving
back
on
to the G6, which will be the younger brother of G11, and that one will be 1,795 ringgit, which
9.5.
is real interesting. So key in the video. Where's the video?
Coming.
That will be the G6.
6 amazing effects.
Its demo units are really available in KL.
Yep.
Here we wait first.
Coming soon.
Yeah, and will be available for pre-order.
Price?
Oh yeah, let's mention the price again for 1,795 ringgit.
95.
Yeah. Another one will be available for pre-order will be the Core LP380U, which means for USB.
Yeah, so this is the new LP380 which has just come out, and it's basically an upgraded model of the previously famous LP380s. And they're actually available to use USB, and you can use it as a USB MIDI or a USB audio for your recording. It's a really amazing one, right? And that would be
4,080 ringgit.
And 4080.
Yay.
Alright, so
and we get free bench.
Boom!
Free stuff.
Yeah, who doesn't like free stuff, right?
Yeah. Right.
So guys, go and if you're interested in pianos, go and
go check it
get it for your pre-order. Yes, you can order here in Ipoh or in KL. Go on, do it. Yeah.
And last but not least, we have the brand new microphone, which is the Samsung Q9U XLR USB dynamic broadcast mic.
Yes.
Which
so
they covered, right? Yeah.
Yes, on Saturday they did a live stream on that. So go and check out the live stream if you all want to know what that is.
It's a great podcast.
It's a great one.
So that will be 870 ringgit.
That's all.
Yeah.
You get USB and XLR, and it's a wonderful broadcast mic. So guys, check out this video. Yo!
Yay.
Alright. So that is amazing mic that is there. So go check it out. You can also pre-order it also,
Yep.
right? So
With
be
that,
sure to check it.
with that out of the way,
Yes.
let's go to
Dive
the
into
main
our topic
show.
for today. And let's go. So what do we have? We are having an amp shootout from 4 different amplifiers and 4 different types of amplifiers. On the first side of the amplifiers, we have the Black Star Debut. This is taking 4 the solid state amplifiers. And on the next corner, we have the Vox VX15 GT that is taking over the place for our modeling amplifiers. And moving on to the next corner, we have the Vox VT20X. Yes, and that is taking on for the hybrids. And the last corner, the big brother of all that's entering the ring would be the Black Star HD20. This guy is taking over for the tube amplifiers, and today we are going to give you a full shootout between them and to see what and why you might want each of this. Yeah? Woo! So that would be what we are doing today. So first of all, when we talk about amplifiers, alright, so we have, of course, solid states, modeling, hybrids,
Hybrid
or
and
tube. Okay, let's just general, what is it? A solid state is basically a transistor based amplifying.
Okay.
So you get probably very basic controls. But one thing nice about it is that it is very affordable.
Yep.
Right? Moving on, we have modeling amplifiers. So all modeling amplifiers, they
Is
actually
for
name modeling because do not confuse them with being a solid state.
Yep.
What it does is they model the circuitry of
Of,
famous amplifiers,
yep.
tube amplifiers, and how the circuitry works to get the most closest sound modeled through it. As for hybrids, so hybrid amplifiers are amplifiers that use both solid states
And tube.
and tubes. So for example, our VT20X over there has a solid state for its power amp section. It has a tube emulated preamp, so it has really a real tube in it. So there's both of it. That would basically be a hybrid.
Yeah.
As for
Tube. It would be tube.
pure tube.
Yeah. We will
The
show the
conventional
tube
tube.
on it later.
Mhm,
We'll dive in deeper.
As we
later
dive in
on.
deeper,
Yep.
yes. So we will start talking more about these things.
We already have a request.
So,
Of
yes.
course. Right.
Boleh request enter Sandman lagi. Yes,
Man.
Azam. I will do it for you.
Yep.
Alright, so
let's start off with
with the Black Star Debut 15E. So today our amps are all 15 watts, 15 watts, 20 watts, 20 watts, alright?
So they have a 15 on it
Yeah.
and have a 20 on them. So
Yeah, so these are, we're not going very small, neither
Not
are we going very
very
big.
big.
So this
Just
is
in
really
the
right in the middle of where most people would consider
Yep.
getting, alright? So, starting with the Debut 15E, one of the things that I personally like about it is how clean it actually sounds. In the clean channel, as it is now, you can get a lot of nice body sounds because the amp is so full bodied. Right? And then you hit the overdrive button.
And let me turn it down here.
So not to blast the ears of people. So yeah.
Oh, great. Sounds great. So, why do you need a solid state?
Alright, a solid state amplifier like this is something that people who are just entering into guitaring
Yep.
might want to consider, or even people who have probably something they just want to practice at home in your room.
And yeah,
This would be really nice also to use.
also
it's-
for these ones, because they doesn't have that much like the effects and processing on it.
Yes.
Like every time when customers they say they have used an effect pedal board, usually we'll go for like the tubes, right? But
These
even
guys can
this
do it.
kind, yeah, it can, because
Put
it
it in the
doesn't have
clean. Yeah.
put it to the clean, because it doesn't have that much of a processing on it.
Yes.
So when customers say, "Oh, I have just starting off, I don't want to spend too much," because usually the tube amps will be a bit pricey.
Mhm.
So if they say they want to use the FX pedal and don't want to have too much, don't want to spend too much, so this
This
solid
one.
state will be
Yes.
yeah.
And it's also very simple to use.
Mhm.
The
Very
interface on
straightforward.
top is very straightforward. You can actually showcase.
Yep.
There we go. Let's show them this. All right. So you have just basically 5 knobs up here, and in the first part here is your gain. Then you have your volume. You have a 2-band EQ, and you have your delay.
Delay. So
Ah.
that's it.
So in this, when you talk about a 2-band EQ, it's not a high and a low.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, first part is your tone, and the second one is an ISF.
ISF. So which comes standard for
Most
every
Black Star amps
Yeah.
have it already.
Mhm.
What is the ISF? It's an infinite shape feature. It helps you to sweep the EQ to between a British or American
American.
sound. So this can really emulate all that. Then of course you have your basic 2 outputs.
Yep.
You have your MP3 line in, and then you have your emulated out and phone in. Phone out. Sorry.
Headphone out, yeah.
Yeah. So this one you can use for your headphones. Or emulated out means that you can actually plug it in and go to your mixer. So it sounds like as though you have a cabinet that is mic'd
And
up.
you have the delay.
Yes. As
Just
for
the
the
basic effects on it.
delay, it comes on a switch, so you can on off, and then you adjust the time based on this. That's pretty much it. It's so straightforward.
This button will be give
That's
you
your
the
overdrive. Yeah.
So that's it for this.
That's
Very
basically what
straightforward.
the
Mhm.
Debut 15E is. It's a
Yeah.
straightforward, I would say,
A starter
starter
to
amp,
intermediate
really nice.
practice
Yeah.
amps. Oh, if you want to know more about this, we did do the amps that to start off with your
Mhm.
guitar journey on the
Yes.
previous stream, so you can check it out. We dive more deeper into
Yeah, into
Oh,
what
this
is
one.
this. But
Yeah, the
today
debuts.
our topic is actually about
Mhm.
solid state modeling,
Hybrid,
hybrids or
tube.
tubes.
Yeah.
So
which one is for you? And
So a solid state, one of the things nice is it doesn't heat up. It
Mhm.
is very stable. You can use it,
And-
whack it out, no problem.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
it's
this
a
one's-
transistor base, so there's not. It's quite sturdy. If you're going to drag it around, drop when it actually drop
Yeah.
somewhere or what, it's really
Really.
good build on that. So this will be nice for you to start on.
And yeah, lightweight too.
Yo, Max, nice earrings.
Hey, thank you. Very nice.
Yeah, man.
The
So,
Vox.
Yeah, you're the Vox guy as always.
Yes, as always on the Vox side.
So yeah, talking about that, let's move over to our next type, right? So
Come
as you
on.
heard just now, this one has a very nice clean sound
come
also.
on,
lah.
give them more. Give them more, man.
Give them more, are you
Yeah.
sure? Okay, sure, why not? So for just listen a bit of the debuts before I move on to the Vox, yeah? So this is with the delay on.
Yep.
If I turn off the delay,
Very nice.
nice. And then
let's hit it.
hit it for the overdrive, and this is without the delay. This is what
Yep.
you hear.
Oh, by the way, don't look at this so small. They can get real loud.
It gets really loud.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we are plugging it, miking it to the L8 here, which
Mhm.
the gain is not even hitting 12 o'clock
Nope,
yet.
nope.
And on the where's the volume for it?
Currently we're at 10 o'clock.
Just 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Let's crank a little to the 12. Let's give them an idea.
Ooh, okay.
As you played it, I'll
So
and it's speaking. I'm not even reaching two
Yep.
yet. So
So I just gave you all a feel for what it sounds like to use a delay and
Yep.
play leads. You can actually do really nice leads with this.
And the time is come with the knob instead of the tap tempo, which what
Yeah,
I
so
prefer.
you just so you
Yeah.
can adjust it.
I prefer this more over the tap tempo, to be honest.
So it goes all that, and it adjusts the amount of delay together with it also. So
For
yeah,
such compact. So it's a really handy tool for practice and even to start out. And the price will be 425 ringgit. And excuse me for the horn, someone's not being considerate.
Let's move on to the next corner of our amplifiers, and this would be what we call modeling amplifiers.
Yes, and this one will be the Vox 15 GT.
Yes.
And I think I'll be talking about this one because, you know, as you can see here.
Yeah.
Alright, let's switch it on.
So,
but you'll be playing though.
Yep. Now, when you talk about modeling amplifiers, the first thing that people would say is, like, what are you modeling? So,
Well,
obviously, a lot of different types of amplifiers. So, maybe you could show them the type of amplifiers that are there for us to model. And while we're doing that, we could cycle through and I could play a few licks for you.
Yeah.
So, the first one would be...
As you can see here, let me adjust here. Right.
So as you can see now, this is what they are modeling. I think I need to switch on the flash for it because the wording is a little dark.
Boom.
So this is what we are modeling. This one comes with the deluxe clean. This one which will be the boutique clean, which what you mean back then is the boutique amp.
Boutique amplifiers.
So it's something like a custom
handmade things that are really the boutique high end. Yeah.
And this one will be the boutique overdrive.
Yep.
OD meaning overdrive. And then because this is a Vox, of course you have
must
AC30.
have the AC30.
Yep. This one will be the AC30 TB,
which means on the top boost on the AC30, the 2X.
Yeah, AC30 2X. Most of the AC series also.
Yeah, they have the top
boost
boost
circuit.
So this one will be the
British 1959.
Yeah, that's your vintage
old British
Marshalls type. Yeah.
And this one will be the British 800.
For guitarists out there, you sure know what that is. That is basically the JCM 800 sound.
The JCM 800.
The Marshall JCM 800. Yeah.
So this one will be the British VM.
Yes, that's another British amplifier.
This one is SL Overdrive.
SL Overdrive. These are the silver Overdrive amps. Yes.
And the double rectifier.
Famous amplifiers for heavy playing.
And this one, the line, which if you want to use it as the input,
input for things, any line level instruments or effects. If you have an effect pedal, maybe that would be
pedal. So better put it on this.
Yep.
So moving on, this one will be the gain, the treble, bass, very simple 2-band EQ, the volume. This is the effects, the modulation. We have the chorus, flanger, phase, all the way to twin tremelo. Then this is the delay and reverb, very standard. Delay, echo, spring, hall.
Yep, so you get your delays and reverbs.
You get your temp delay.
Tempos, yeah.
And the most unique one of this, since it's a 15 watt, you also can get to pick 7.5 watt or the watt choice you want.
Yes, so if you want to bring it all the way down to playing in bedroom levels, you can just attenuate the volume.
This one is the more like a afternoon, evening.
Yes.
This one is the night. This one is like 2 a.m.
Yeah, basically that's basically what it is. Yeah.
So that's a unique point of this, and this one is the lightest among all of them.
Yeah, they're very lightweight because again, it's a modeling amplifier.
It's a modeling and it's plastic, but it's
really nice. So let's give them a feel of the models as we go. Yeah. So let's start with probably.
Let me turn you up wait for a second. Let me turn you up here.
There we go.
Bam. All right.
Let's go to probably start with the deluxe clean. All right, and you need to put up my volume.
So here's the volume.
Bro, you don't need to be in bedroom levels today.
Yeah. I think we hit the bedroom levels.
Alright.
Let's crank it to 15 watt.
So there we go.
Okay. Let me crank it a little.
This is the boutique.
This was the boutique clean, which my personal favorite for clean. Let's go to Overdrive, but I need to lower the volume a little.
Yep.
Oh, 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Okay. So this would be the boutique overdrive, and it's a very nice amplifying sound. So you can get your really nice, I would say not high gain, but proper decent gain sound on it. Yeah. So excuse my partner for a while. There's a small customer.
Itu
here.
bridge kan?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, itu accessory gear lah, John.
Hey Max, please mute your mic. All right, so yeah, sorry about that. He's attending to a few customers at the moment. All right, so talking about the overdrive sound, it's very nice when you're doing for your classic overdrives feels, like your classic rocks. So it gives that nice full body effects that most people find it from those kind of like tube screamer overdrives feels. Yeah, this is where you get that. So if let's say you want to do your blues rock style feel, yes. So you get this nice full drive, right? Let's move on. The next one would be, of course, the famous AC30 sound. So when you talk about AC30, you get a nice chiming, clean sound on it. Yeah. So it being a Vox, you really get very, very nice clarity, big chime on the top end with a lot of highs. So you can play a lot of your, I would say, U2 feels. So you get this kind of feel sounds. Yep, that would be your AC30. So another thing is, let's move on to the Ac30 Top Boost and you see what you have. Alright, let's go some classic rock styles. Country rock. Yep, this is really nice for that top boosted sounds, yeah? Moving on to our vintage Marshall sounds, which is the British 1959. So it gets a bit crunchy on the top with a lot of low end, which is your classic sounds of the British sounds. Very nice when you want to play things like right? Next would be our British 800, JCM 800, classic JCM 800s. Tell me what's the song? Right? So that would be what basically modeling is. And let's just jump over straight to something that is a bit heavier. So when we talk about double rectifier, just now we had Azam who requested Enter Sandman, right? So that's where this kind of double rectifier comes in. Let's drop D. So that will be the effect on that part of it. Yeah. So yeah. All right. Just give me a second, guys. I need to attend to a few things first. My partner will come back in, and I will take a leave for a while. Yeah. Okay. Alright, sorry guys, we are back now. We had some customers just now, so a slight interruption. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Where are we?
we are still on the modeling amplifier, right?
Okay.
So when
Right.
we were talking about modeling amplifiers just now, before the break, I showed the sounds the amps that we are modeling.
So
but
all of the sound already showed?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
but
Damn
there
it.
is one more extra
cool.
thing about modeling amplifiers,
Mhm.
and that is the type of effects that you
They
can
have.
use.
Right. So should we use this?
Yes.
Right.
So when we talk about effects, modeling amplifiers generally come with a lot more versatile effects. So in
Yeah.
this sense, you've got two banks of effects that you can use, and let's say for the first part, let's go with the delay, with the modulations, right? So in the modulations, you have your
So you already went through all the effects just now?
yep.
Oh, okay.
So let's go through some of the modulation effects now.
So this is control the amount of it.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you see here?
So
Try-
this is
try
a
to-
phaser, is it?
This one is a chorus.
Chorus. And this is your
Flanger.
flanger.
This one will be the phaser.
Yep. And it gets ridiculously fast. And the last one would
And
be
the
your dual
tremolo.
tremolo. Okay, put me in a boutique clean for
Boutique
the
clean.
dual tremolo.
So.
Alright, now you get a nice vintage.
A really vintage sound.
Yeah.
Country.
Yes. So that would be the effects. Now let's go on to the next part, which is your reverbs,
Reverbs
and
and
delays.
delays.
So it starts off, of course, with your delays. Your first delay would be your analog delay, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So get nice.
So control here.
Alright.
Then you move on to your tap echo.
So
Tape
this is an
echo.
echo. Tape echo.
Can you hand over?
Yeah, I can handle this.
Right.
Alright. Here we go. Customers again. Alright, never mind. Alright, guys. So
Need
when
to
you talk about
unmute myself.
tape, yeah, please do. So when you talk about a tape echo, it's basically does a repeating. It's different from a delay. A delay is your sound is delayed and sent back to you, whereas a tape echo is literally records exactly what you had played and place it back again with what do you call as reduction as it goes. So you can hear it going down softer and softer. Yep, that would be a tape echo, which will be nice when you're doing things like a right. So you get a nice on that part of it, right? And the last one on that we will hear, the next part of it, okay, would be your reverbs. So a standard spring reverb basically has a spring inside, yeah, but this will be a digital spring reverb. Okay, so you can control the amount of the reverb that you want all the way up. So you can hear that reverb going on. Okay, and the next one would be your hall. So the first part was a spring, this would be a hall reverb. So a hall reverb is much larger. Okay, let me go to a different pickup. Alright, so you get a nice big room sound. So that is basically what we call a modeling amplifier. So it models everything for you in from your different types of amplifiers all the way to your effects. So this would be something that most probably people who'd like to experiment with different sounds. You want to get your different type of effects to go on. You want to experiment around with your leads. You want to experiment around with probably using phasers, create newer tones, give a different, fresher feel to what you're playing. That would be where you want to go for that. This is basically where you want to start on. So in general, it's a nice amplifier to play in your room, and it can go all the way loud if you want to play for, let's say, in your kind of, not to say busking, but more like if you have a jam with your friends, yeah, you could use this. And up to a point, if you mic it up, it still sounds pretty decent, using it for your own playback and listening back sounds, all right? So, as for the, excuse me for a while. Okay, so as for the VX15 GT, right? Basically, the price is 608. This is currently on a 20% discount, all right? So that would be our little VX15 amplifier. Now, moving on to our next part over here. Now, these are going to the big boys. Okay, I need to put my guitar down. Right, so moving on to the big boys over here. I say big, but actually they are just 20 watts, all right? This would be our VT20X. So this would be a hybrid. And when I talk about hybrid modeling, okay, come on. So, boom, okay. When we talk about hybrid modeling amplifiers, what does it mean is basically here. You guys can see a little tube inside there, right? So this is where the hybrid starts. You have this, which is your preamp tube in this case, and the solid state is its power amp. So the amplification of the speaker is done by solid state, but the tone is given through the valve. So again, similar to the VX just now, you have different types of amp models here which you can choose from, and you got your cleans, your tweeds. So it does do amp modeling, but how it models it is gives the real tube sound. So when you are really interested in using amplifiers such as this, okay, one of the things that you might want to think about is the fact that these amplifiers do get loud. They are 20 watts, but they are 20 watt tube power amps feel, okay? So why would you want to get something in this sense, right? You are more considering this if you are the fan of a tube amplifier tone, right? You want to specifically get a very deep, that warm tube sound coming out, yeah, then you'd want this, okay? But at the same time, you also like to play with your effects, play with your amp models, all right? So, let me just plug my guitar in. All right? So here we go. I'm going to plug this in, and we have the basics of this, all right? So here we go. Put up the volume. Right, so with a clean and having a hybrid amplifier, you get a much more warm sound. All right. Oops, okay. Oops, I have effects on. So let me turn off the effects. There we go. So you can hear the more full-bodied sound that's coming out at the moment. And even when you go to your top boost, for example, right? So you get that authentic tube overdrive, right? It's not more like electronic drive. This is literally going to that tube and overdriving the tube. Okay, so there's another part of the tube which I would like to show you now when we're talking about overdriving the tubes. If you look at this end of the overdrive, all right, when you turn on the overdrive for whichever amps models, you can choose your different types of bias shifting, or you can also choose your class modeling. So a different bias, whether now the bias shifting is off, you can choose to have it in a cold bias or a hot bias. Now what does that mean? A cold bias would be a cold biased tube, right? And a cold biased tube has less compression. If you want more compression, you go to a hot biased tube. And if you have a hot biased tube, you'll be able to go for your higher compression sounds. So like now, I'm going to choose a class AB with a hot bias, and I'm going to change it over to my favorite double rectifier, right? So let's listen to some high compression sounds.
You look tired while carrying the guitar. Can we catch a break?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Slowly. Alright guys,
You need a break, man. The guitar is heavy.
we'll be right back, alright? Need to attend to a few customers again, alright? Sorry guys, be right back. Alright, we're back
Hello.
again. Sorry for all the interruptions, guys. We are live from our showroom floor, so we definitely have customers coming in and out. Yeah. So anyway, guys, so we were just talking about the VT20X, which is a Vox Valvetronics, and this would be a hybrid amplifier. So if you guys want to know more, you can actually continue watching back from the beginning. And in that sense, the Vox, this one, right? We were just going through the hot bias and the cold bias, right?
Okay.
So now that you are back, I could use your hand to
control
swap between the hot bias and cold bias, so we can actually give a difference. And this is what makes the hybrid amplifiers stand out from the others. Yeah.
So you already demoed just now?
I demoed just with the hot bias, but while I'm playing, can you swap between the hot bias and the cold bias?
Okay.
Right?
So
Right? I need the volume to go up.
Oh.
Here, on the...
okay.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, so now you are in a hot bias. Switch to cold. Hot. So you see that how it opens up the sound. It's very minute.
It's very minute, yeah.
It's very minute, but it really helps to shape your sound. So this type of amplifiers, where you talk about hybrid modeling, is a good amplifier for those of you who really like to experiment around with sounds. All right, you want to have different type of amplifiers or things like that. This would be one of the best parts of it. All right. Another thing nice about these guys is the fact that you can actually use applications. So you have like the Vox
The tone room
application. So with the Vox tone room application, you can actually go in and do deep editing of the sounds lah.
Okay. So this is the
That would be basically what a hybrid is.
So it's just between these two, and this the baby.
Yeah,
Something
pretty
like
much.
that. Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much. That's what it is. All right. So moving on from there, we can move on to our final
The bigger guy.
amp here, which is our tube amplifier.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, you can jack it in on that side.
Cool.
And there we go. Turn it on. Give it a bit of time to warm up.
Did
And
we
let me-
mention both is 20 watts?
Yes.
Yeah, but this 20 watt is a different kind of 20 watts, right?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a full tube 20 watts. And being that, these two actually have the same one because that has a tube also in it.
Yeah. So 20 watt will be like a 60 watt kind of situation for
If you're talking about direct to normal solid state amplifiers, yes, it has a lot of bump of power. You can talk about 20 is probably going up to a 40 or 50 watt solid state amplifier, but a lot of solid state amplifiers are actually rated at RMS rating nowadays. So then you're talking about almost a similar thing already lah. All right. So now that this guy is warmed up, I can put this guy up a little. All right. So now this is the tube amplifier, and with tube amplifiers, it immediately becomes nice and warm. So even in the clean sounds,
we'll go about the settings later. Yeah, you can show them.
oh, it's
Wow,
loud.
it's loud.
There we go.
Wow, way too loud.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you also can go into what we call a overdrive mode.
Oh, did you lower the volume?
Nope.
No?
It
Alright.
has a separate gain level for.
Yeah. Did you pad it?
It is on a pad.
Yeah. And that's why we use the dynamic mic for a reason.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yes, very good. Oh, 1 second.
Right? So this would be your go-to amplifier for all of you gigging guys who like to take for gigs, who like to go and practice, or even as your own practice amplifier. Why? Because this guy has a attenuator which from 20 watts can bring it down to 2 watts, but you do not lose that full tube tone. So if you like to have the really nice vintage tube sounds, go for these guys because you can actually swap. Right, so I'm going to go between the two different voices, which you have your vintage voice and you have a modern voice. So when it comes to overdrives, especially, you can hear it very obviously. So this, ooh, that's loud. Right, so this would be your vintage sound, which you can use for your, right? Then you have your modern kind of sound, which goes all the way on this side. Is your, put it up. There we go. So, when we talk about a shootout between these guys, which would you rather choose? When we talk about wanting to choose between all these guys, first, where are you starting? What is the first thing you want to look at? Are you going to go just for practice, where you already have some other amplifiers? Then maybe you might want to consider some of the smaller guys. Are you going to also use it for gigging? If you're going to use for gigging and tone is very important to you, then go for something like this, right? Now, when we talk about these two guys, I forgot to mention the price earlier. Ouch. So, for the VT20X, which is over here, this is 1045, right? Yes, the price starts climbing up a little bit more because it is a much higher priced amplifier due to having the tube. Then you have the next one, which is your HD20R on this side, is 3085. Yes, it is a really professional setup amplifier. Has really nice overdrive sounds, and this is really for someone that is serious about your gigging. Alright, so back again, you can choose a solid state amplifier for your choice of probably entry level, beginning, practice, or even to use your effects pedals. Or you can go for your something like this modeling amplifiers where you want to do your mix up. You don't have many effects, so you rather use this because you can add effects, you can add your drives, you can get different type of amp modeling and all into there. You like a tube tone, but you want also to have the amp modelings to come in, then go for hybrids like this guy. You can get best of both worlds, and it is really very much more versatile amplifier compared to all of them. But if you are that hardcore all tube, you like that real grunt, the low end, and the warm tube sounds that come out from a natural tube amplifier, go for your tube sounds. Alright, so guys, with that, this would be pretty much our amp shootout for today. Solid state versus modeling versus hybrid versus a tube amplifier. Alright, so guys, we will see you around, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. We will see you again till the next view. Take care guys. Adios.